Hey everybody, we're back. Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap-Up here at the Premiership Rugby event at the Pig and Whistle on West 36th Street. I have the pleasure of being here with the AEG arm of this, Mr. Donal Walsh.
Yeah, so AEG Rugby is a division of the Anschutz Entertainment Group, one of the largest sport and entertainment groups in the world. It's been running for over 25 years, extremely successfully. They're involved in venue management, they're involved in sports.
Venue management.
Owning a venue, so Staples Center in LA.
Wow.
They're involved in ownership of professional sporting teams, LA Kings, LA Galaxy.
And now you've got a rugby arm of this.
So they have a sports division which has been extremely successful. Do great sports like cycling, ice hockey, soccer. They were a major player in the development of the MLS. They've always been visionaries within the sport. And they've always had their eye on rugby. Due to their global nature and their global infrastructure as a company, believe rugby is a sport that's on the move and a sport that really appeals to the US market. And so they've always looked at it from afar.
Donal, we have to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
From around the globe, legends are arriving at Rugby Town, USA. 20 teams, including the Olympic gold medal rugby champions, Fiji. Rugby Town Sevens, August 25th through the 27th at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. Tickets at rugbytownsevens.com.
So how many events has AEG been involved in to date?
AEG Rugby.
AEG Rugby.
So, you know, this is hot off the press, but this is the first AEG Rugby event. So AEG Rugby has probably came from its inception when the US played New Zealand in Chicago 2 or 3 years ago. The AEG came to that game, saw that there was a future in rugby, saw it was moving in the right direction, started taking an interest in it, started putting their feelers out there. You know, some strategic partnerships that they already had in place with organizations like NBC Sports led to them speaking to the rugby community. I think it's a real sort of feather in the cap to the sport of rugby that a company like AEG is looking at the sport and saying, hey, we believe in it, we see it, we believe in America, we believe in what you guys are doing, and we want to help.
So the game's in Philly.
Philly has been a great supporter of rugby for the last 7 or 8 years. Obviously NBC have been a big proponent of the game. United World Sports have been a big proponent of the game for the last number of years. I think the city was always very complimentary of, hey, we get it. We don't really know rugby, but we get that you guys are trying to do some stuff at rugby, so how can we help? And from there, they've gone on to host the games like
the governor being Ed Rendell, is that his name?
Ed Rendell,
he
former governor. Yeah, and you know, with Philly, there's been an evolution in the history for the last 7 years. They've done domestic competitions and put their heart and soul into it. We've had international events like the New Zealand Maori, USA, which was a phenomenal game. US nearly won that one. They're looking at the US and saying, where are good places for us to have our game, have our product? Had a very successful event in Red Bull a couple of years ago. London Irish played against Saracens. They wanted to do it now at a different time of year to really sort of broaden the spectrum. So September 16th was the date. As it happens, Philadelphia Union, which are the renters or the owners of the stadium in Philadelphia, are playing the New York Red Bulls the following day in New York. So there was no way of doing the game on September 16th in New York. Philly's got a good pedigree for rugby. This is a good part of the Philadelphia rugby story, so now we're bringing a professional game there.
It's a good start time, too, because you can actually, if you're in Philadelphia and you're playing a match, you can actually get down to that match after
exactly. And what you're seeing as the rugby community in America has always been, you're seeing a huge amount of ingenuity.
And it's only going to be week 3 into the season.
Week 3 into the season.
So these guys are going to be healthy. They're going to be at their best.
People like Owen Farrell, European Player of the Year, Mako Vinipola, Jamie George, Mario Itoje, who is probably the poster child of what a future rugby player is going to be. I think it's fair to say that the Premiership and Wayne and his guys are bringing the best. Everybody is looking at America. AEG Rugby have entered into a 5-year agreement with the Premiership. And the reason for that is Rome wasn't built in a day. Rugby development isn't going to be built in a day. And look, I think Philly is a city like New York, like Boston, like Washington, D.C., cosmopolitan.
Sure.
A lot of expats.
Yeah.
Global by its nature.
Proximity-wise, it's close enough to those other cities where you can come in.
Yeah, and they know it's football without pads, and
Yeah.
they're prepared to give it a shot, and that's where the Sevens have been instrumental in educating people. And now we've got really bona fide class rugby coming into town.
So, Donal, where can people go to get tickets?
www.spectratix.com.
Thank you for coming on, Mr. Donal Walsh of AEG Rugby, with Matt McCarthy here at the Premiership Rugby event at the Pig and Whistle on West 36th Street. Signing off.